I am alive and it is good to be alive. Today I'm making a Raid Shadow Legends video for you guys showing you how I do clan boss, and the only thing that you need is 2 champions. I haven't really seen anyone else make a clan boss video guide using these 2 characters in this specific way, so I thought it'd be really fun to break that down for you guys. To this clan boss team is 2 champions, and if you are lucky enough to have one but not the other, that's okay, they're still great for clan boss. So for this video, I'm going to be using Helicath. I know what you're thinking. Well, duh, you can do Ultra Nightmare with Helicath. He's busted, right? He's really good, but the champion I pair him with allows you to use Helicath in a way that you normally wouldn't be able to. The other character we're going to use is Nia, White Dryad Nia. She is awesome. So here's what this entire team comp boils down to. You're just going to need some damage dealers, right? And that's pretty much it. And then just these 2. And you've essentially unlocked 2 King Ultra Nightmare. Because what we have on Helicath here, if you'll see a lot of Helicath videos, they'll say that for clan boss, he needs to move at a 2-to-1 or even 3-to-1 ratio for the clan boss. That's insane speed. And that's not easy to obtain, right? So I've built my Helicath quite differently. So if we look at Helicath's total stats here, you'll notice his speed is only 192. He is only going one turn. Every time the clan boss gets a turn, Helicath goes once. And you'll also notice his defense, it's okay. You know, around 3,500 defense is like, yeah, that's fine. But it's certainly not high, right? The reason being, I want him to go only once per clan boss turn, and I want him to be the stun target. That is key, and he's going to be in the lead role on our team. Then we have White Dryad Nia who comes in, and this is the skill that we want here. You will want her to be booked, by the way. If we look at Nia's speed, it is 187. She is slightly slower than Helicath and slightly 3 speeds slower than Ultra Nightmare Clan Boss. So essentially what this does is Helicath goes, then the clan boss, and then Nia can go. And that's very important, right? Here's the skill that we want booked. Removes all debuffs from a target ally, so she's cleansing that stun. Heals them by 40% of their max HP. That's just a nice bonus. Don't really use it for the heal. We're not really going to be taking damage anyways. If the target of this skill is not this champion, decreases the cooldown of all the target's skills by 2 turns. So I know it's a lot of talk, but let's make this video short and sweet. Let me just get into clan boss and show you how this works and what we're looking at, all right? So we'll go to Ultra Nightmare here, and I have 2 different affinity setups, but they still use the exact same strategy. Unkillable, baby. So we'll go in here. I'm not going to start on auto, and I'm going to show you guys how I set that up. If you have these 2 characters, it saves you a ton of speed tuning. A lot of speed tuning on your Helicath. So go ahead and show you here. I have Mithrala in here strictly for the poisons. I mean, she lays them on. I used to have a Cult Brawler, but I've replaced him now. So we'll get Martyr's counterattack, and then we'll do Helicath's block damage, right? And we will see here. Now, what else is going to be beautiful about this speed setup is, if I'm not mistaken, Helicath actually moves fast enough that he loses his counterattack right before the clan boss's second pound wave. But luckily, he counterattacks as his passive. He'll counterattack whenever somebody with block damage is hit. So even though his counterattack from Martyr runs out, he still counterattacks. It's beautiful. Love it. So I'll go ahead and show you guys here. We want to wait until both slams have occurred. You're going to manual this fight until the first 2 AoEs. So there we go. Now that the 2 AoEs have gone, we're just going to wait for that stun target, and then I'll show you guys how this sets up. And you can even, this allows you to auto the clan boss. It's really, really nice. So we're going to go ahead and continue having Nia use her A1. You do not want her to use her ally protect. Just when you program her or set her up, have her not use that. And then when it comes to Helicath, I'll talk a little more about how you want him set up as far as your saved team's AI goes. So we can see here, now it's Helicath's turn, And now we're finally going to have him do this huge HP shield. There's something about the scaling damage, and when you use this HP shield, that it does almost no damage. When people have this HP shield, it's a massive HP shield from Helicath, you take almost no damage, and it's fantastic. So we can make sure he's the stun target. He doesn't even need block damage when he's the stun target because he's not going to take a lot of damage. And so now he has a stun. Now it's Nia's turn. And watch this. She's simply going to cleanse him. That is not only removing the stun so that he ensures he gets his turn again, but it is also resetting the cooldown on his block damage. So you can see where this is going. Now when I hit auto, I have him set up to use his block damage skill as soon as it's available. We see the block damage pop up there. Everyone's going to counterattack now thanks to Martyr, right? And you want Nia set up so that she is always going to pop that reset cooldowns as soon as it's available. If you have each of these champions, one moving just before the clan boss, that would be Helicath, and then Nia moving just after the clan boss to cleanse that stun, these are the only two champions you need, essentially. Now, what you want to do is you want to make sure all your other champions have more HP and defense than Helicath, right? There are several factors that play into who the stun target is going to be, but you can see now Helicath has been stunned, and 3 turns has passed, so Nia gets that reset cooldowns ability back, and this just repeats in an infinite cycle now, and that's all you guys need. If you have Nia and you have Helicath, and Nia is booked, she's an epic, so that shouldn't be too hard for you guys. You will essentially just unlock the ability to fully auto your Ultra Nightmare farming. And this can be a huge deal for you guys. There's a big difference between, yeah, I can, 3 or 4 key Ultra Nightmare, between I can 2 key Ultra Nightmares is a huge deal. Not only that, but autoing is another huge deal. You can 2 key Ultra Nightmare, that's great, but can you do it on auto? And I'm telling you, with content that you're going to want to be doing every single day, it helps drastically when you can just set up your team after the clan boss does his first rotation, leave it and forget, right? Because this is going to run for a good, 10 minutes, however long it takes, 15 for this clan boss to go. And what's nice about this HP shield is I did get cooldown on that ability, so you'll notice Helicath is actually going to pop that right before the boss's second AoE, but that's okay because it lasts for 2 turns. So you'll see here he still keeps it, even though he's not popping it before the stun directly. He still keeps the HP shield for an extra turn so that he has that HP shield when he does get stunned. And as you can see here, we're only on count 13 for the clan boss turns, but I'll show you later on as well. It's this HP shield that just negates almost entirely all the damage that he's going to take from the stun. And even though I have deliberately built my Helicath, this is why he's such a great champ. I built him to be squishy, and he's not even that fast, and he basically just unlocked the ability to auto Ultra Nightmare for me, and it's wonderful. All right, we are now on turn 37, so getting roughly close to the end, only about 10 more turns to go. And I'll go ahead and show you what kind of damage Helicath is taking this late in the clan boss run with the single target slam attack while he has this HP shield. So we'll go ahead and see. It should be the next attack that the clan boss does. And Helicath should be easy breezy. No problems whatsoever. Yeah, so check that out. You can see he does take, he's finally starting to take a little bit of damage into his HP pool. But it doesn't matter, because that Nia skill is not only going to reset his debuffs and cleanse him, but it's going to heal him as well. All right, so here we are approaching wave 50, and as you guys can see, this strategy has just been playing on auto the entire time. Never once failed, and I'll go ahead and show you the breakdown here. You can see Nia's insane healing, but it's not really necessary. It's not the main reason you're using her. You can see a lot of damage from Drexstar because he has a Brimstone blessing. And then really just as long as you bring these 2, and then you're really free to experiment with the other 3 slots. It's the reason I like these 2 so much. You don't need, 3 champions to pull this off. just a Helicath and a Nia. I know I say just, but obviously the polls in this game are RNG. But if you're lucky enough to have these two champs and you can't quite get Helicath's speed to that 2-to-1 or 3-to-1 ratio, this team comp will be much easier for you to pull off if you have both of these champions. And then really, you can even feel free to experiment with these two slots. I just recommend bring a poisoner. Bring someone that can poison reliably or place poison sensitivity debuffs. Luckily from Helicath, you are getting that weaken debuff, which is going to help you deal more damage against Clan Boss. And then, of course, bringing someone like Martyr, who has decreased defense as well, and the counterattacks give everyone extra turns without decreasing the duration on their debuffs. A counterattacker is really nice in a team setup like this because, like I said, the only thing to be conscious of, make sure your other champions either have masteries or a high enough defense that the clan boss will prioritize Helicath. That's the main thing you want to watch out for. As long as you do that, you should be good to go. And you can really just use whoever you want. You're going to want your champions to be at a 1-to-1 ratio with the clan boss as well. That way they are not losing the block damage or the counterattack, right? You want to make sure they're not too fast. So this is really maybe not the most optimal damage output team, but what I was looking for is a team that can easily auto the clan boss so I can do something else and I don't have to sit here and watch it. And also a team that is an easy 2-key. As you can see here, sometimes I deal more than this. I rarely ever, almost never would I say I deal less than that. Deal about 1 mil damage per turn. Usually more than this, even around like 56 mil or so would probably be the average. Sometimes it's a little higher, 58 or closer to 60, but usually never below 52 mil. It's always about 52 mil. So that's all I have for you guys. And once again, I will show you here real quick the exact speeds that you guys need to have on these characters. So on Helicath, I'm pretty sure Ultra Nightmare is a speed of 190. So just get your Helicath higher than 190, but just a touch. And that's what we've done here. And then get your Nia just a touch slower than 190. Yep, 187. We can see it right there. And book her out. And that should be all you guys need. So just want to show you guys this awesome team comp. I haven't really seen anybody else put a video together like this. So if you have these two champions, you're struggling to hit those insanely high speeds because that can be very annoying, then hopefully this is something that works for you and you can try it out for yourselves. I hope you all have a great day and thanks so much for watching. See you in the next one. Peace out.